Hi all, and welcome to MCC UK.
Hello, welcome. Yeah, another week on, another week we're here.
Got a bonus pick where you walk.
These weeks are flying.
What have I done now?
Well, Robert decided to look on Amazon to see if he could get his drinks cheaper than he can.
I think we contact them and try and get sponsored by them.
So you're now turning into a drinks warehouse.
Right.
I get mine in bulk at Christmas. You get 2 trays for 11 quid or whatever it is. But that's still, I don't know how many that equates to. I think you get
32 cans in a crate.
Do you know what? I can't remember. No, it's not that many. I think it might have been 24 or 18, and then it was 2 for 11. But that's only at Christmas when they do that sort of stuff.
Well, Rob's decided he wants his drinks now because he pays a fortune now, and Asda he can get them cheaper.
Yeah. Well, I'm a Yorkshireman. We like to save money. You know that. So that's the cheapest way to buy fizzy drinks.
Right. Well, that's my little bit to have to pick on Mark for. I forgot to do what we were talking before.
Can I just ask a question though? Is Gillian going to be ordering more Diet Coke off Amazon, or getting you to order more Diet Coke off Amazon?
Yes, 24 cans came the day, and she says she wants to order some more when I order his drink on Thursday.
I think I started something. Unless you know, like I said, it's very cheap to buy cans of pop on Amazon.
Yeah, and also, I don't know what I can say really, but if you've got a habit of smoking, you can get some bits on Amazon for that as well, for rolling, and it's like so much cheaper. Like, filters, for example, you can buy a box in the shop, and what are they, £1.40 nowadays, £2 something.
Wouldn't have never smoked for 10 years.
Yeah, a whole thing for like 5-6 quid or whatever it is. It's ridiculous.
Right, I'll go through the chat. So first of all, we've got Gillian who says good evening, Mark. So good evening, Gillian. And then she says good evening, Dave. And she says good evening, Horlixs.
And good evening to you too. And
then we've got Athelin who says evening, Gillian, Geordie, Dave, Horlixs, and Mark. So evening, Athel.
Hi, Athel.
And then Athel says evening over here from up here. We've got D Harris who says a very good evening, Mark, Alex, and Geordie. So good evening, D.
Hi, D.
D says good evening to Gillian. We've got following Ghostin who says afternoon, everyone. Hello, Ghost.
Hi, Ghost.
Hiya.
D says and a good evening, Athel. He also says evening, Ghost. And Athel says evening from cloudy, dryish Scottish northeast.
Oh, it's wet here.
And he also says hi to D. And that is chat for now.
Well, according to the weather forecast, we might get some sunshine on Saturday.
Oh.
But I'll be in bed because I'm on night shift, so I'll miss it. Okay, then. Right, then. Everybody got what they're going to be doing, and then we'll go cameras down.
Yeah.
Yeah. 2 seconds. I've lost OBS. Oh, it's over there. It's behind me. Why has it gone behind me?
It's got to your wrong monitor.
Should be on. No, it should be on the far left one, which is a bit frustrating, really.
Okay, well, right. Well, I'll go to Horlixs first so I can find the thing. This is where I've got to use my mouse.
Yeah. Okay, so just a quick thing from last week, who was following us last week, the old weather station. I did manage to get it to work, and it's now it does cycle through. It's got the time, and it tells me the weather in sunny Eastbourne, and it's raining and 10 degrees. So yeah, it does work. I sussed it out. It was quite difficult, because it's the instructions didn't make any sense on programming the thing. I've gone cloudy, like this. But yeah, so that's good. All works. All in the box. But today I thought I'd try another. I've got a few soldering projects I bought. I thought I'd try this one, which is pretty exciting. And it's like a little mini Game Boy. You've obviously got your buttons on here, and there's like I think there's quite a few different games on there, and it comes with like the display. I think it's got like a Tetris type game on it and stuff like that. So I thought I'd have a go at putting this together. I mean, I don't know how involved it is yet. It might be quick. It might be might take a bit of time. So it might go over 2 weeks. It might not. And of course, I've got the Horlicks blue colour. So yeah.
All right. I'll go out and walk.
Right, so I'm with Enterprise D tonight because I need to repair something. When I was putting the panels back on this, it's slightly cracked on there. So I'm going to try and fill that and paint that tonight. Just depends how long the filler takes to go off. And then while I'm waiting for the filler to go off, I'm actually going to test to make sure that the power mod is all working as it should be. So yeah, and then take it from there.
Cool. Well, as you can see, there's paint brushes on my bench. Paint things. I'm going to be doing some painting. So these what the tank. What I built. I'm painting the pot before I put it together. So that's what I'll be doing. I like a green colour, and I've got some good metal for the tracks. So we'll see what I can get done on this the night. So that's what I'm doing.
Okay, I'll catch up with this chat. So Athel says hello to Ghost. Ghost says hi, Athel, D, Gillian. Gillian says good evening, Athel. Gillian says good evening, D. And Athel says, and according to the weather forecast, more snow is liable to fall from the borders over the northeast up to the Shetlands.
Yeah, I've heard that.
And then Athel says, Mark, super glue and baking soda for crack filling. What I'm actually going to be using, Athel, is Magisculpt, which is two-part resin, and this stuff is amazing. It's expensive, but it's amazing what it does. So yeah, it's not just like a filler; it also glues the pieces together.
Okay.
So yeah, but it's 2 parts. So yeah. And we've got a guy from the 60s in who says, hi guys, hope everyone is okay. I came across a much better airbrush compressor for you, Geordie. I'm just trying to find a suitable box to send it in. Sorry, it's been so long, mate.
No problem. Thanks very much. Come when it comes, just whenever you can. And I appreciate you sending us it.
I can't even remember how much I paid for this.
Okay. 10K was this stuff.
We've got Flip Dip in who says, hi, chappy. Hello, chappies. Hello, Flip Dip. And Athel says, hi, guy from the 60s.
I feel like I'm building a Ringmaster circuit board. Same sort of thing.
That circuit board looks bigger than the one you were working on last week.
Yeah, yes, the Game Boy.
The old goggles on.
Athel says hi to Flip Dip. Got Will's Workshop in who says, evening all, I am not streamed tonight as I'm in London, so thought I'd stop by. Hi, Will, welcome.
Hi, Will, how are you?
Hi, Will.
Flip Dip says, my compressor has just gone, or it's going, it's leaking air, was a cheap thing, might invest in a decent one. D says, very good evening, Will. Flip Dip says, hi, Athel. And D says, evening to Flip Dip.
I have forgotten my cutters.
What, sprue cutters?
Yeah, but my old ones I'm using for this electric stuff because I've got that new set for the Lambo.
Right.
So and the old ones for the.
Oh, Flip Dip says evening today.
Right, that's one that resistor. Solder the USB socket. I don't actually know why. What you need this for?
Oh, we've got the other Mark in who says hi one and all. So hi Mark's Hobbies.
Hi Mark.
And D Harris says evening Mark. Danno not coming in tonight, Geordie.
He said to his mother he'd come back from a town, he wasn't feeling well, so he doesn't know. So doesn't
all right.
Probably eating stuff he shouldn't.
He's probably having withdrawals from McDonald's food.
Hi. He bloody lives on that stuff. Suppose he gets it when he's at work, so.
I'd be sick of it by now.
So would I.
But working in takeaways, eventually you become a bit creative with your food.
Yeah, I was like that when I worked there. Because you got a free one or what you want. You can just make your own.
Make your own burger.
I used to like the chicken premiere. That was years ago. It was in. I remember it was in a purple box and it was amazing. And I used to make random stuff for that, and then they stopped it. I think they should bring that back.
Anything chicken nice, because I eat a lot of chicken.
Yeah, I know.
Good for your chicken.
Especially my diet I'm on.
Mm-hmm. You're not on a meat diet, are you?
But
You're not on that meat diet, are you?
no, I'm just eating better, and I'm losing a kilo a week, roughly at the moment. So I've lost about 3 kilos so far, which is what, 2 point something pounds.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm doing okay with my diet. Plus, I'm doing workouts.
Yeah, you're better because obviously you're going to the gym and stuff. I can't do that at the moment.
I'm actually doing weights and I'm doing my own weights in the house.
I weighed myself the other day. I was 78 kilograms.
Yes.
I haven't been that weight for a long time. Max Hobby says hello, D. Athel says hi, Max Hobbies. Flipdit says, ugh, McDonald's. Trouble is, when you work there and you're on your lunch, there's nothing really much else you can do. Flipdit says, saying that, I do love their bagels, but they stopped doing them.
Plus, tonight I've been doing some boxing. I'll be headset.
Your Quest.
Mm-hmm.
Do you still do the other one? Beat Saber.
Yep. I do a mixture of that. I use the Beat Saber to warm us up, and then I go into boxing.
I do miss that, to be fair. I used to really enjoy playing that. I will get another one at some point.
The fit thing I've got, you pay for it. You pay a monthly fee for it, but it's got boxing on, for it's a keep fit thing. It's got boxing on. It's got combat on. It's got Zumba dancing if you want to do any of that.
Well, that'd be a good video, Geordie. You Zumba dancing around the living room.
I've never tried the Zumba dancing. It's not my cup of tea. I like doing the boxing and the combat.
Okay, Matt's hobby says hi to Athel.
Isn't Zumba where you've got to throw bloody like do letters and stuff in your body?
I've no clue. Never done it.
Or is that Bokwa? I don't know. There's something where you have to do letters out of your body movements, you know, a bit like the YMCA, and you have to do the alphabet and you do all these funky dances. I thought that was that, but maybe it's not Zumba. Maybe it's another.
Zumba is a popular high-energy dance-based fitness program that combines Latin and international music with interval training, mixing fast and slow rhythms to improve cardiovascular health.
Okay, so is it Bokwa? Try and Google Bokwa. Is that what I'm on about? I don't know what it's called. Maybe I'm making that up.
Somebody's made a dance up and let you know. I told you about it.
No, I used to do it. I thought it was Bokwa.
Might be.
No, it can't be that.
I'm going to have to Google it in a minute.
Athel says, just weighed myself and I'm still 14.5 stones. And D. Harris says, similar to boxer size.
Yeah. I was weighed a couple of weeks ago at the doctor's. I'm down to 17 stone too. I've lost just over nearly 2 stone in a year.
According to this, I'm 12.
Oh, go on.
I'm just saying, according to this, I'm 12 stone 2.
Mm-hmm. And I've really just started exercising, so I may lose a bit more quicker. But I eat a lot of protein meals. The biggest thing I've cut out is I don't go to Greggs anymore and buy pasties. If I do get anything from Greggs, it's a sandwich. And I don't, you know, when you have fish and chips, I always have a couple of slices of bread. I don't do that anymore. So
yeah.
I've cut my bread down.
Yeah.
I eat a lot of chicken, and I eat a lot of fruit and veg. I like to buy fruit pots and I eat a lot of high protein yogurts. And then for breakfast in the morning, I usually have porridge or fruit and fibre.
D says, I'm lucky, can't put weight on and can't lose it either. Mrs. not best pleased, LOL.
Yeah, D, you sound like Danno. Danno can eat for Britain. He works in McDonald's and eats more McDonald's than others, and he's going to put the beef on.
Following Ghost says, I've lost around 19 kilos. I miss training in martial arts.
I try to do at least 30 minutes a day exercise. That's either going out for a walk. I sort of split the exercise programs up. Go to the gym to use the treadmill. If I'm not going for a walk, but I'm going to probably pack the gym in because it's bloody too expensive. Once in a while that gets better. It's easier to go for a walk outside. I bought some dumbbells. So I do them 3 times a week, and and then I go on the headset and do the boxing. I've sort of got myself into a routine, so hopefully it works. I'll find out after a couple of months.
The thing about it is, I've lost weight. I haven't exercised to lose the weight. All mine was portion control.
Yeah, and that's the situation I'm in because of my back and everything. I couldn't even do the physio, let alone going to the freaking gym. So,
you know what? I've tried the gym and I don't like it. So I've decided to watch YouTubers for stuff for people who are over 60. So I'm not killing myself. And I've set up my own sort of program doing that. So as I say, I'm quitting the gym. I just wasn't comfortable in the gym. You know, some people can. I just feel people are watching us all the time. I'm that sort of type.
Yeah, I get that.
So I feel it's easier if I do it in my own home. I feel more comfortable. So I went up and bought some dumbbells.
You can get them things that are supposed to work, can't you? Or like them bands that you put around your waist with a weight on and you have to do the hula with it. They're supposed to be really good. People were doing the TikTok challenge and they were doing that every day.
What's a Hoover? I don't use a Hoover.
No, a hula. It's like a hula hoop. But because it fits tight, it's not like traditional where you've got a balance. It actually goes tight around your waist so it doesn't fall. And then you've got like a weight that is on like a track with wheels. So when you get the momentum going, like the weight swings round and then you do that, then it's supposed to come off you that way as well. Which I thought about, but then I'll probably pop my hip out and all.
Your problems, you got bad back in it, because I would say, you know. I'm only at the moment. I've got a set dumbbells only go from 1 kilogram to 3, and I'm just using the 1 kilogram at the moment. I'm not going to go straight up to 3 and hold myself. And you know, I do 4 sets of 4 repetitions per exercise. And I tell you what, after 30 minutes, you bloody feel it. So once I get the weights up, it's going to be even.
Catch up with this chat. Athel says, according to YouTube, everyone over 50 should try Tai Chi chair exercising.
Yeah, I know. I've seen that a lot now.
Following Go says, I love the gym and trained in Wing Chun Kung Fu for decades. Cancer, amputation and arthritis took care of that. I also fought in armour for years. You see, I'm the same, Ghost. I've got arthritis in my back and spine and stuff. And I'm only 45 as well, so my mobility is horrendous because I've lost strength in my legs and arms and stuff because of it. Athel says, I used to train in Savat, French kicking martial art. Okay. D says, Athel, I do chair exercise, sit about 4 until bed, LOL. And Flip says, I'm sick of seeing Tai Chi ads.
Yeah, you get a lot of them on YouTube, didn't you? Tai Chi ads.
Flip says, best exercise is running your mouth off. Well, let's just say, Flip Dip, when Eagle Moss was around, I did plenty of running your mouth off, as D can testify.
I complaining.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry, everyone.
I have went, as I say, I went down to. I was wearing X large trousers. Now I'm down to X2. I was 3X large. I'm now down to 2X large. I put me 3X large ones down. I walk the file down.
D says, Eagle Moss, stop swearing, LOL. Following Ghost says, hi, Flip and Mark. Flip it says, Eagle Moss, those were the days. Yeah. They had their reputation. I used to go off on rants about them. Live streaming on a Sunday. Yeah, D says, miss the Sunday evening rant stream. Oh, we have the Partwork live stream now, so... Oh, yeah, D, I spoke to Mr. Mansell today. He's doing okay. He's really starting to focus back on his wooden boat builds. Will's Workshop says, just mention Hello Kitty for a Mark rant. I am not doing Hello Kitty. I have one behind me, and that's as far as it's going.
I think you should just embrace it, Mark, and do one.
No, I'm not doing a Hello Kitty. You can't do it in the UK anyway.
Oh,
it's a Japanese Partwork.
I would have done it with you.
D says, glad to hear. Yeah, I had a chat with him earlier. He's doing really well, and he's really wanting to focus on his wooden boat builds and get them done. I don't know if you've noticed, Will, but you've got a blue spanner now because you became a channel member. Flip Dip says, rumour has it Hello Kitty has a Hello Mark. No, it doesn't. No, it does not.
As a hello what?
Hello Mark. That Hello Kitty Partwork is as bad as the Citroen 2 CV that Agora are doing. Will's Workshop says, thanks, Matt. Yeah, no problem. You become a channel member, you get your blue spanner. If you want to put your channel link in, Will, you can do. Or any other link. Will says, noticed it's no longer a spanner, it's now a shield. Yeah, they've changed it for some reason. I don't know why, but yeah. Even though it's coming through on StreamYard, it's still a spanner.
Well, you got pack 10 of the super out yet?
I think he did that yesterday.
Did he get it out? Because I haven't been on to have a look. Just I've watched up to pack 9 because I'm behind him, and I like to look ahead what's coming.
So we've got Tim Dawes in who says, evening all. Good evening, Tim. Oh, it's jumping. D. Harris says, evening to Tim. Will's Workshop says, I am sure all here know my channel, and he's put his link in. Athel says evening to Tim. And Will's Workshop says, yep, Supra went out yesterday.
Oh, good. I'll watch it later. There's very problems come up. Will sorts them out now. I can see them.
D says, sorry, Athel can't show that message. I don't know what that is. Ah, there you go. Athel says, there you go, Will, a new subscription to you. There you go, Will, it worked.
Excuse me.
And following Ghost says, hi, Will. And Will's Workshop says, thanks, Athel. And yeah, the other Mark says, I'm already subbed. Oh, and the other Mark says, hi, Will. And following Ghost says, I subbed Will. There you go.
There you go, Will. A couple of subs for you.
Right. The other Mark says hi to Ghost. And Athel says, this past week I have subbed to 16 Warhammer channel users, 4 of which are in my own city. I'm glad you got back into your electronic kits, Horlixs.
Yeah, been a while, hasn't it? To be fair, I looked a little while ago, and there wasn't anything that exciting. But they've obviously, they've come on a bit more now,
Yeah. I think a lot more people are doing them now. But it seems AliExpress have got a lot better with them.
Yeah.
The only problem with this putter is you've got to work it within your fingers for about 10 minutes. But it's really good stuff. Well, you're building that quick, Horlixs.
Yeah, it's getting there.
Dee says, quick question, Alex. How hard is it to doing a Bluetooth mod to work from a phone like the Rootmaster one?
It was very difficult when I mean, I've lost touch with it because I built a load. It was very it was difficult, I must say. Yeah, I can't say it was easy. Todd helped me a lot with the some bits, and especially the app side. Marvel Phoenix, that is. It took me about a year to come up with it, roughly, maybe just over. I had, obviously Mark gave me the idea, then I got set to work, tried a few things, and I was thinking, how are we going to work this out? I had an idea, then I Googled it, and I did a lot of research, and yeah, it was born. But there's probably easier ways of doing it, because I know Mike Lane has done one, hasn't he? Like for the Rootmaster now. And to be fair, that one, I mean, I wouldn't say it's better, but it's a bit more compact. But that's because, electronics get smaller and smaller, don't they? So. I mean, basically it does the same job, but.
Mike Lane is blowing everybody out of the water with his electrical stuff. Well, for Partworks.
I left my machine at work. Someone gave me a machine for these chips to line all these pins up, and it's like it's got like guides, rollers, and bearings, and you just swipe it through and it straightens them.
All right.
It's pretty cool. I've never seen one before. It's quite old because he used to work years ago. He's our maintenance guy, and he used to work doing all the fruit machines. So he was, playing with these sorts of chips all the time.
Will's Workshop says, Mike Lane does some amazing stuff. Mark, will you take the DeLorean apart for the ultimate DeLorean electronic kit? Probably not. Leave that up to you, Will. No, I'm happy with my DeLorean. Does what I want it to do, and that's the main thing. Right, so that's that crack now filled. That's worked out pretty well, actually. Will says, won't be the first time I took it apart. LOL. No. I think you've had it apart about 3 or 4 times. Maybe more. I'll wait for you to take apart that Supra.
Does he want to pull the Supra apart for? Do you not mean the Supra? He's out of the the Skyline.
No, not well. Yeah, the Skyline is one, and the.
Would want to pull that apart once it's put together. The Batmobile.
Subaru. That's what I mean. Yeah.
Subaru. Oh, he's 24 hours.
Yeah, the Subaru. Right, well, let's try. Yeah, the Subaru. I'm guessing. Will says, probably won't be doing that. It was a pain to put it together. Try putting the Ecto 1 together. That is a feat in anybody's. Yeah. That is one vehicle I would never take apart again.
Well, I've got all the 66 Batmans in the box ready to start building. So I hope that goes together all right.
You're going to do a full Mike Lane power kit it and everything?
I can't afford it. I'd love to, but it's something that no way I can afford it. It got on a shelf and hardly get turned on anyway, so.
Yeah. Flipped It says, easiest build for me was the Millennium Falcon. Yeah, I agree with you on that one. That was my first part work and my most favourite part work. But the amount of aftermarket kits you can now get for that is amazing. You can get bits for the cockpit, like flashing LEDs, and absolutely amazing. A really easy one to do was the Terminator.
No, nothing. Except the fingers.
I got the mod for the fingers.
Here.
Will says the 66 Batmobile was a fairly easy build.
Oh, good. Let's see, I've got it all packed up underneath us there. I've got ready to start.
And then Will says, taken that apart a few times already too, LOL.
I'm going to watch your videos when it comes to doing that, because I've you know, I noticed, because we may not going to be doing it. Well, I might do a few videos on it. I think that I don't want to put I'm not going to put the windows and all that together till they need it. And isn't it getting the lighting and the body work at the back in before you put the exhaust things up at the top that fire the bombs out of, so we can keep it flat. I've watched a couple of the videos. And I thought, you know, you get the front windscreen, say the front and the back, which right at the beginning. And I thought, well, you know, you build that, it's going to get damaged, so it's staying in the box. I'm probably going to start building it from part 5 or part 4, where the engine starts, and leave the rest of the stuff which you don't use until later on, as and when it's needed. You know what I mean?
Will says, I found to put the Batmobile together is easier to do it upside down, so put the chassis into the body front first.
Yeah, I know. All these Partworks with really bad battery boxes, just build your own. I've just literally built all that myself. Just build one that's going to work.
Not like the Enterprise D where it's hot glued to the battery terminals on.
Oh, why didn't I do that? Should have got the hot glue gun out. Not.
Yeah, that's a bit of a cheat, hot and gluing them on. So when they built the Enterprise B, they put them over that folder, so you decided to use hot glue.
Will says, or power mod them all. Yet to do that for the Supra.
I found the Supra bodywork didn't go on too bad. But I didn't put all that wire in where they said. I tucked it all behind the back seat and put extensions in for the cabling. It made it fit a lot better. Isn't it very therapeutic?
Will said Horlicks missed his calling as a clippy on the buses.
Yeah. Yeah. I like that. I need to get that back out. I've got the DVD. Oh, that's bloody useless. It's like come out of a Christmas cracker. Get out the wearer. Oh.
So not the Oria then?
No, I've just broken a pin. It's a bit brittle, this plastic. Well, apparently I have a Game Boy.
I hope you got batteries for it.
It's not a very good fit, this shell. I do, yeah. Oh, hang on. Got it on the wrong way, that's why. Not sure it really matters. Well, it does to a degree. No, I can't, because it has to go in there. That's it. I think it's I don't think you have to use batteries because it does have a USB port at the bottom.
All right.
Are we going to work? Are we going to blow up?
Don't say it's going to blow up. Yeah, I've just realised I've got to do some soldering. I don't mind that.
Well, doesn't want to do much.
GH female.
Right, I'll look around and see what they're doing. Works first. Oh, nice Horlixs.
Yeah, don't work.
Doesn't work.
Not yet. It looks the part. Everything's in. But there's no... You put batteries in and nothing happens. There's no on switch or anything. Unless you have to hold a button down. I don't really know how it works. I'm just looking at the manual in case there's a way of turning the thing on.
Oh, well, when you sort that out,
I might just see if I can hold the button down. Maybe you have to turn it on by holding the button in.
Oh, yeah. Done. Fill it up.
It's a bit loud. Well, it sort of works to a fashion, but I'm not sure how you use the thing, and this doesn't look right.
Doesn't look like it wants to switch off.
That's the problem.
A dodgy stuff.
Yeah, I need to look at a tutorial about how this is supposed to work. Sort of does something. But yeah, I'll have to look it up and see.
All right, we'll have a look what Mark's done. Minimize.
Right, so I've filled in the gap on this just there. So I'm waiting for that to dry. But that can take a while to dry. It might be an overnight dry. So I'm now just working on this power mod, but realised I'd soldered the wrong JST connector on. I've put a male in instead of a female. So I'm now just basically going to solder up a female end on.
Oh, well, good. Cool. All right, and myself. Paint. That's had one coat on. These have had 2 coats on. That's had 2 coats on, but 1 coat on one side, so I'm going to put a coat on that. That's had 2 coats on, except the gun. And the ones in there have got 2 coats on. The little bits in there on the wheel. These will be painted gunmetal. Then when it comes to weathering stage, it'll deal with all that. So that's where I'm up to.
Okay.
All right. Do you
Catch
want to catch up on the chat, Mark?
Yeah. So Will's Workshop says, who let the cuckoo in, LOL? And he says, just hopping around to hit the likes. Hopping through. Oh, we've got Ian Campbell in who says, evening, boys and girls. Good evening, Ian.
Hello, Ian.
Will's Workshop says, brighter than Blackpool illuminations, that, LOL. Will says, hey to Ian. Ian says, hi, Will. Ed Hughes is in saying, hey, Ian. Ian says, hi, Ed. You see my FB message? We've got Kevin Milne who says hi.
Oh, Kevin's in. We're coming to watch again.
Ed Hughes says, Ian says it is waiting for this message. Don't know what that means. D. Harris says evening to Ian. D says evening to Ed. And Ian says hiya, D.
Might try and sand the pins. Because sometimes these pins can get tarnished. Because this is the brain of it all. And then try again. Yeah, the battery box isn't very good. I might actually cut them out.
Okay, I'll catch up this chat. Ed Hughes says hey to D. Kevin Mills says good dad.
Yep.
Ian says to Ed, 21st of March, you're free. Ed says always free, Ian. And we've got Brook Banteen saying, hi, everyone. A bit late to the party. Hope everyone is well. Lousy weather here in Suffolk. So, welcome, Brook Bond.
Lousy weather here in Newcastle. It's all over this lousy weather.
Right, painkiller time.
So the problem with these kits, isn't it? They're not guaranteed to work. Everything I've soldered correctly. I've checked all of that. Can't see any bridges or issues. The solder joints are good.
Ian says, cool, I bought you a ticket to the Bicester model event. Get yourself to me by 8 a.m. He also says, Wayne, Lou and Phil will be there. Following Ghost says, hi, Ian, Ed. And Ian says, hi to Following Ghost.
Let's try it on USB power. See if I'm playing stuff up.
Following Ghost says, started a new build which should go fast, but taking a break from the pain. Will's Workshop says, would be great to go, but it's about an 8-hour round trip. Ed says, hey to Following Ghost. Ian says, yeah, it's a little far for you, Will. Trouble is, Horlixs, you'll be at it until it works.
You know what? I'm like that though. But there's only so much you can do. Like the thing is, you just don't know whether this chip is working or programmed right. So you know you haven't really got anything to. Everything looks good on here. I've got no quibble about any of this. Really. I'm just going to touch up some of these pins on the microprocessor. But if the microprocessor is not working, then the whole thing's not going to work.
Yeah, good point. Dave Builds is in saying, good evening, Mark, Horlixs and Geordie, and all in chat. Just got out of the shed. Good evening, Dave Mac.
Hi, Dave Mac.
Ian Campbell says, hey to Dave Mac. D says, good evening, Dave Mac. Dave Mac says, hi, Ian. He also says, hi, D. Kevin Milne says, hi, all. Ian Campbell says, Dave Builds, did someone lock you in it? He wishes. Ian says, hi to Kevin. Will's Workshop says, wasn't bad when I was in Oxford and my sister was in Bicester many years ago. Dave McBill says, LOL, Ian, no, I was live on Little History's channel. Following Ghost says, it's only 4 hours one way. That's not bad at all. Ed Hughes says, Ian, I will see you at 8 a.m. then for sure. Guest lunch is on me again. Ian says, cool, Ed. Flipdip says, hey to Dave Mac. And Dave Mac says, hi to Ed. Right, I must take some painkillers. Oh, Following Gross says, hi to Dave and Kevin. We've got Ron in who says, hi, Mark, panel, and all in chat. Hiya, Ron.
Hi, Ron.
Ed Hughes says, hey to Dave Mac Builds. And Will's Workshop says, saw you there at Dave Mac Builds. Dave Mac wishes he could get locked in his shed. Dave Mac Bill says at Will's Workshop it was a great stream. And Dave Mac says it could happen, Mark, LOL. Might be a bit cold at around about 2-3 o'clock in the morning though. Will's Workshop says ship looks great, Dave Mac Builds. It does. That is an amazing build. And Dave Bill says, thanks, Will. Still not working.
No. Just trying to chip the other way, but that's definitely in the right orientation. That's
I could be wrong, Horlixs, but you know, with it having a USB thing in it, it's not something like the weather station that you've got to go and upload a program to it.
No, because it plays the Tetris theme tune.
Right.
Or similar. That's in the right way. That's all good. No, there's absolutely nothing on this. I can confidently say there's nothing wrong on this board. Everything is in as it should. The screens are the right way because there's arrows on one side there, and then you've got no arrows on the bottom side. Clearly shows you which way they go in this little diagram somewhere here. So the string of numbers towards the buttons, and then the arrow is the other end. Characters faces the direction of the keys, and the side of the square dot matrix with arrow faces the direction. What? The side of the circular dot matrix with characters faces the direction of the keys, and the side of the square dot matrix with the arrows faces the direction of the keys.
Chinese.
Okay, I'm wondering if I have. I don't think I have, but maybe this is the wrong way. This top one, this could be the problem. Trying to get that off, though, is a bit of a nightmare.
That. Will says, sounds like the screen is upside down then.
Could be, yeah.
Athol says, evening Dave Mac, second time tonight. And Will says, hi Athol, thanks for the sub, enjoy the channel. And Dave Matt says evening to Apple.
I don't really understand these dot matrix things, but I'm going to have to try and unsolder that. I think that's the only thing I can think of that's ruined it. But we'll find out if I can get this off.
Will says, got any solder wick, Horlixs?
I do, yeah. I've not, to be honest, I don't have much joy with that, though. We do have the solder sucker, though. See how I get on with that. Oh, well, it gives us something else to do on the stream, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, wrong button. Oh, that was good. What were you doing tonight? Sucking a load of solder off a board. No, that didn't go very well. So when it doesn't go very well, it's best to add more solder. And try again.
I have one of them solder suckers.
Might just go and get Henry out. Might be easier. Still not going to come out, is it? Because
The Castle are winning 1-0.
Good.
Fine.
I've never used it though, the solder sucker.
no.
No. I haven't needed to yet.
sort of loose. It's pretty. Right, let me unsolder this battery box again because it's just getting in the way. Right, let's try some wick. I normally don't get on with wick. Oh, someone started up this anyway.
Sorry, it's my heat gun.
Sorry.
Sorting out shrink wrap. Well, not shrink wrap. Heat shrink.
Don't think this is going to happen.
Right, let's catch up. Ed says we'll workshop, no live stream tonight. Steve131 says evening all. Good evening, Steve. We've got the tattoo zoologist who says good evening.
Good evening.
Dave McMill says evening, Steve131. And following Ghost says hi, Steve. Evening to Steve and to the tattoo.
He's called Jeff.
Jeff.
Yes.
And Dave McBill says hi, Ghost.
He was on last night. That's how I remember.
And Athel says evening, Steve. Oh. Ghost says hi to Dave Mac.
Oh, I'll be back.
Still trying to get that piece off, Alex.
Yeah. Honestly, trying to get solder off is an absolute pig.
And Mark's Hobby says hi, Dave Mac. Mark's Hobby says hi to Ian. He also says hi to Steve. And Dave Mac Bill says hi, Mark's Hobbies.
Well, the top ones are loose.
Oh, Steve131 says at following Ghost, evening.
We're out.
That looked like a pig to do.
I don't know whether that's the right way now. I'm sure it doesn't make any sense. That's the problem.
Well,
side of the characters faces the direction of the keys, and the side of the square dot matrix with arrows faces the direction. Oh, okay, right. I think it is. I'm going to put it on this way now. If it doesn't work, it's going straight in this trash can that's under my foot.
Steve says evening to Athel, and he also says evening to Mark's Hobbies.
How's everybody doing?
Right. So that can go back in there. Saucer needs to plug into that one. Okay. Then turn it upside down. Then saucer goes into there. Cobra goes into there. Okay. What the cell plugs into here. Power plug. In.
I think I've got to undo the other one. I think this manual's wrong. It's not my fault. Because now, with me changing that screen round, the top one now works and the bottom one's still garbled.
Oh.
And then when you try and play Tetris, see, you lose all the things because this one's not right. So this manual's definitely wrong because it shows you a picture of, oh, you can't really see it, I don't suppose. It shows you a picture of the side of them, and it shows you the arrow, and then it shows you one without the arrow, and it says the one without the arrow goes here. This is where I got confused with this, but it says the side of the circular dot matrix with the characters faces the direction of the keys, right? Which you would assume is that, and there's the keys. And then it says the side of the square dot matrix with the arrows faces the direction of the keys. Like, it said it twice.
Yeah.
So I'm going to need to remove the bottom screen and flip it round. Then I think we'll probably work. Oh, let's see if I can get this done. Because if I don't do it now, I won't do it.
Catch up with this chat. So Steve131 says, Dave Matt Builds, evening, sir. D says, evening, young Steve. Steve says, D, Lord High Commander of Belfast and Master JJ of the PlayStation. D says, Master JJ bids you a good evening, Steve. Steve, Steve's waving. Ed says, Horlixs, at least you didn't mess up the screen.
Yeah, that's it. Okay.
Ian says hi to Jeff. He says, Steve, all I say now is Master JJ, and he says, tell Steve hello. And Steve's put his thumb up. Just hope your bottom screen comes out easier than your top one.
So do I. I'm not holding out much hope though. There is a bit of a knack.
Will says, kind of nice having a Tuesday off and seeing others stress over a build at LOL. Gotta be right.
There's always one, isn't there?
Isn't there always? Ah, frigate. Well, that's an easy fix, but thank God I learned how to use a multimeter off you, Horlixs.
Why?
So I'll get the power.
I wasn't. The saucer wasn't getting any power, and that was one of the reasons why I took the bottom off, then decided to do the deflector dish mod. But I've just realised why the saucer originally wasn't working. I've accidentally reversed the polarity.
Right.
So what should be positive It's the black wire instead of the red wire. Easy fix, but yeah, that's a bit frustrating. I will attempt that tomorrow. I am not soldering at this time of night. I'll burn myself. And I'm famous for burning myself with a soldering iron.
Okay.
Will says, we have all done it, Mark. Yeah. Why didn't I think that originally? When it wasn't working, I just, yeah, the polarity was reversed. Oh, well, at least I found out what's wrong with it. Thank God you taught me how to use a multimeter, Horlixs.
This is really stressful.
Right, I'm going to go wash my brushes. Back at 2 ticks.
I need to run this.
Don't worry, we've got plenty of time. That's the kind of thing I wanted to ask. The chat on Sunday, did it help ending the stream, the Partwork live stream, a little bit earlier so people could go get a brew or whatever before Wayne went live? Just putting it out there. Athel says, okay, time for meds, coffee, and then a shower before bed. Night all. Night, Athel.
Night, Athel.
No, you'll probably be done and I'll be still here trying to get this frigging pin off.
D says night, Athel, and Dave McBuild says night, Athel.
I'm just hoping everyone's invested now. If this works. Because I think nearly that. Come on, that's it. Come on.
Steve says night.
Well, that one's an issue. I think this is the last one that's holding on for dear life. There is ways around it, and you see me adding more solder, and sometimes adding more solder helps get rid of it. Like that.
D. Harris says, Dave Mack, you have fairly flew through that build of yours, looking really well. Yeah, I agree there.
There we go. No, it's getting it back in. It's going to be the mission. Oh no, straight away. Look at that. Master at work. Right, can solder this back up. I mean, if it's not going to work this way, then wow.
Dave Mack says, thanks, D. Still a few more bits of photo etch to go on.
Right, chat, got a question for you. Do I clean this up, put it back in the body, and put it all back together before I test it?
I'd test it before.
How confident are we all?
I'd test it before you put it back in the box. Will says, if it does not work now, it's going out the window. LOL.
It is. It was like literally £3, so it's not just a bit of fun.
And he said I'd test it now.
Right.
D says test first.
Yeah.
Ed Hugh says test first.
No one's got any faith in me then.
I've got faith in you. Just put it together.
I'm just going to clean this up with IPA.
Or as a Geordie would say, just get on with it, man.
Just crack on with it.
It's the only problem with flux. It leaves such a mess everywhere. Right. Let's test. Ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, look at that.
Hang on, I'm going to put your big screen. There we go.
Well, that's the screen looks better. No, it looks as though it's got something
On. Well, no, I'm doing all night.
It's always playing Tetris, so indeed. Doesn't go off.
I don't know how you reset the game. I said you hold. I think you hold the power button. Oh, I see. Yeah, I've just noticed the thing at the top counting up my lines. It's game over. That's it. Yeah, you got game 2, game 3, 4, 5, 6. That might be a racing game. Oh, I don't know if that's the volume. I know that's the volume. I don't know what that is. Oh, it's a random number generator. We can have a game of bingo. I don't know how you quit the game, but anyway, it works. So let's put this back.
Okay, well, Will's Workshop says we have faith in you, Horlixs, just not the Chinesium electronics, lol. Ed Hughes says great stuff. Dave Mack says nicely done, Alex. D Harris says now Alex plays Tetris rest of the stream, lol.
Yeah.
And D Harris says nice work, Alex.
Thank you. Oh, I need to solder that back on.
I think while I was sitting here, I finished now, so.
Oh, well, I'll pass you this Tetris game so we'll go on in a minute.
Right, I'll go through everybody. Well, we've just seen Horlixs, so we'll see what Mark's done.
Not much. I'm waiting for that crack to dry. And yeah, I need to reverse the polarity of the wires for the saucer section. So yeah, not much.
Okay, like myself. Tank body works all painted up. See that bit? No, there's that. Wheels have been painted up. So basically, all I'm going to do now is seal it. Put the decals on, seal it again, put it together, and do some weathering on it, and then it's going to be ready for. Then that'll be ready for when I'm going to do this diorama. So, and I've still got the little Jeep to finish off. So next week I'll probably have that undercoated and paint the Jeep next week. So getting there. So that's me done. It's been a while since I've done the plastic modeling. I've quite enjoyed it.
I've done that one. Where's my screw? Oh no. I don't want to see this again. Right, 1, 2, 3. Check it works on batteries. Yeah. Back to cover.
Ed Hughes says, nicely done, Geordie Dave.
Thank you.
So,
there we go. We're done. So if anyone is watching and they end up with this kit, make sure those arrows on the screen face downwards on the side of the display there, because if you go by the manual you'll get it wrong.
right, shall we go cameras up?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh. Brookbond says, nice work again tonight, guys. Been a pleasure to watch it all. Horlixs is going to be under the covers playing with that in bed tonight, LOL.
Yeah.
And there's a cup of tea, Brookbond.
Mark,
Yes.
tactless joke, but if you were to get this solder kit, you
Yeah.
get a spare resistor.
All right.
Unlike the other one.
Yeah.
Did you not find that
You
resistor?
found it, yeah.
Oh, I'm still looking. I'm putting in half an hour a day to look for it.
Did not stick a hams. What do you call it in your Hoover race?
I said that, and then Mark pulled out a Hoover with a sock on it.
Dave Matt Bill says, great stream tonight, guys. And Brookbond says, cheers, Geordie Dave.
It's probably you're welcome, Brookbond. I checked under your computer.
Yes.
Could be anywhere, couldn't it?
I've got a funny feeling I might be sat on it.
Stuck in your pants.
Right.
No, it's gone down the side of the chair.
Oh.
Magnet.
Yeah. So I'll have to have a good look at the chair. D says, excellent stream, gents. Apologies for missing Sunday stream, Mark, and last night, Alex. Good night, gents. No problem, D.
That's all right, dude.
And D says, Dave, Mark, good night, sir. I think we'll end it there, really.
Yep.
Yeah, so
right, well, thank you, everybody, for joining us tonight. It's been quite an eventful night of getting stuff done.
Yeah, it's been emotional.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been quite enjoyed. I've enjoyed relaxing, sitting painting tonight.
I'll just catch this chat. Dave McBill says night D. Ed Hughes says night all. Great stream, guys. Have a good one. Thank you, Ed. D says night, Ed. Dave Mac says night, Ed. Dave Matt says night, Steve. D says night, Will. Will says good night, all. Ed says night, D, Dave. Ed Hughes says night, Will. D says night, Steve. Dave Matt says night, Will. And D Harris says night, all.
And on that note, good night from me. I've got anything. I can go now to announce how I know.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good night for me. Have a good good rest of your week. And see you Thursday. Yeah.
Bye.
Night all.